in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a dashboard in the Power BI environment. So a dashboard is a tool that organizes information typically from multiple data sets into one central location for tracking, analysis, and simple visualization through charts, graphs, and maps. So we're going to head on to our Power BI desktop where I'll show you how you can create interactive dashboards. Okay, so this is our Power BI environment, and this is our report view where we create visuals of our data. So the data we're going to use is the sales data. You can see it over here. Okay, so to start creating visual, you come to where you have the visualization panes. So the first visual that we're going to create is sales trend over time using the line charts. So we're going to look at the sales trend over time using the line chart. So the line chart is used to track changes over short and long period of time. Okay, so it is also used to compare changes over the same period of time for more than one group. Okay, so we go to our visualization panes and where we have the line chart. So this is our line chart. We just click on it. So once you click on it, it will appear in this our report view. Okay, so now we're going to head on to our data where we're going to drag values to appear over here. So when you just come over here, you just click on the sales data sign over here, and it will show you the list of columns in that table. So we're going to choose first of all the month name. Okay, because we want to see the sales trend over time using the line charts. Okay, so we are going to look at the sum of sales and the month name. Okay, so once you click on the month name, look at the sum of sales. So this is where we have sum of sales. Oh, so this line is total sum. So you just click on sum of sales, and then you'll notice here on this side we have the field where we have the x-axis is the month name. You can see in your visual over here the month name is on the x-axis and the y sum of sales is on the y-axis. You can see it over here. So let's just come over here and just expand this visual. You can just drag it. You can drag it to any location. So once you click on it, you can drag it to any direction. So just click on it, drag it. It will go to any direction you want to place it. Okay, so you can also expand it. Once you bring your cursor to this ending, you can see as I did, you see that two arrows. That shows two arrows. So you just drag it to any length that you want to drag it to. Okay, so okay, we are done. So let's just what we're going to do next is we can see from here from analysis here that the total sum of sales for December was 4,613,443.34. Okay, so you can see in October and different months over here. Okay, so let us format our visual. So to format our visual, we go to where we have this is the format your visual. So just click on the format visual pane. So once you do that, first of all we want to make this our title to be in bold. So we go to where we have title. Our title is where in the general. Just click on general. Then you just click where you have title. Yeah. So once you click on the title, you have the text title text here, sum of sales. Okay. So here you can actually rename it to any customized name that you want to name it. So for this session, we are going to keep it this way: sum of sales by month name. So you can choose to rename your title in any way, any form you want it to be. Okay. So let's just bold on it. Okay, you can notice that sum of sales by month name is now in bold. You can as well increase the size by coming over here. You see the size there, the pixel size. Just increase it to any size that you want it to be. Okay, so once you're done with that, the next formatting that I will be doing is we can come over here. You see the subtitle here, which is sum of sales on the y-axis and month name on the x-axis. I just want to bold them. I want to make it in bold. So what you do is that you come to where we are going to bold this sum of sales and the month name. So to do that, you just come over to where you have your visual. Check to title. To just click on the title and come down over here. You'll see where you can button your title. So we say month name. We have button month name. You can come over here and increase the size over here. Okay, so you can do the same for y-axis. So you come to y-axis and you see the title for the y-axis sum of sales. So you just button. Okay, you can notice sum of sales here is button. Okay, so once you're done with that, you can come to where we have the green line over here. You can check your lines over here. You can come to where we have markers and just click on the markers. Okay. Show for this series. Okay. So the shape size is dots. So we just use the dots or as the markers. Over there you can see now we now have dots here as the markers that show the point, different point of sales for each month, sum of sales for each month. Okay. So you can also come over here and just type visual border, or you can say come over here. You can come over here and check for borders. You come here, you can come over here, you can come over here and type visual border. Okay, so you have our visual border. We want to give it a border line. So once you click on it, you can give it a border line. Let's use this color. So you can notice now that we have formatted our line charts. Okay, so the next thing that we will do is we're going to do the tree map. Okay, and we'll see the best selling products using the tree map. Okay, so to do that, you come to where we have the tree map. Okay, come to where we have the tree map. Okay, so you just click on the tree map. So we just drag it to this point. The tree map are tools for visualizing hierarchical data and understanding relationship between different categories. It is used for visualizing sales performance by product category. Okay, so once you're done with that, we just head on to our data where we have products. We just click on product, or you can drag it to where we have the category field. You can see it over here, category field, add data field here. So you come over here and just drag it to this field. You can see how we drag the product. Okay, so we can see it over here. So the next thing we're going to do is to drag the sum of sales over here. You can come over here, just drag it to where you have the value and drop it there. Okay, so now when you come here, we are looking for the count of sales for this one. So we are looking for the count of sales. So you come here and check through this drop down and just click on count of sales. Okay, so once you're done with that, we have our visual over here. So we can see from here we have the count of sales by product. So let's just both make this in both, count of sales by product in both. So you come to where you have the format from where we did earlier on. Come here to where you have a title. You can see count of sales by product. So we just make it in bold. You can as well increase the size. Once you're done with that, you can give it a border. So visual border, you can see it under effects. So just click on visual border. We give it a border line. Okay, so you can see it's now we're done. So the next thing we're going to look for is the top best selling product using the stack bar chart. So a bar chart use size to contrast and compare true or more values using the height or length to represent a specific value. Okay, so let's just head on to where we have the bar charts. Okay, so we have the cluster bar chart over here, and we also have the stack bar chart. So we're looking for the stack bar chart. So we come over here, we drag it to this point. Okay, so now we're going to put drag our values into this field now. Okay, so come to where we have our data. So we are going to be looking for a product. We are going to drag product into the y-axis. So you just copy and put in the y-axis, and then the sum of quantity ordered. So let's go to where we have quantity ordered. So we just copy it and put where we have the x-axis. Okay, sum of quantity ordered. So you can see over here we have sum of quantity ordered by product. Okay, sum of quantity ordered by product. So we come here. Let's just expand the size so we can see clearly. Let's just head on to our format, visual format, and button it. So we come to y-axis here. We have where we have our value. So we just make it in bold. We're button our values over here. So let us put our value in the x-axis. You come to where you have x-axis. Click on values. Just button it. You can see now the values on the x-axis now is now button. Okay. So now let's get on to title. Then let's just get on to our general where we have the title. So just click on the title. So you can see sum of quantity ordered by product. You can come over here and change it to the name that you want to give it. So just button it, and you can further increase. You can choose to increase the size. Okay. Okay, so you can as well change the color of the background over here. You can see now it's in the white. You can change this background color to anyone you want. So we come here and we just change the color of the visual border to black, from black to, we give it this color. Okay. Okay, so you try different tools. You can as well change you can format is called the color of the bars over here. So you can come over here where you have the bars. You can choose different colors. So you can see for different products that we have here, AA batteries, AA batteries, AA batteries, USB. You can just click on if you want to change the color of the next bar, you can click on it from here. You can click it here, and then you come over here and change the color. But you can as well allow it to be in the same color. Okay, so let's just do it so that you can practice it and get to understand. So the next bar, you can come over here, come over here and give it another color. Okay, you can notice different colors. So the next bar, you can come over here where we have the USB charging. So you can come over here and you change the color to this. Okay, So the next one, lightning charging, you come over here and give it different colors. Okay, so the next one, the wire headphone, you can come over here and give it mm, this color. Okay, so the last one, you can come over where you have Apple AirPod, you can give it another color. Um, let's give it this color. Okay, so we're done formatting. So we go to so once you're done with that, so you just come over here where we're going to show the top 5 best-selling products of the bar chart. So you just come over here where you have the title. Where you have the title, we can just change this rename it as top 5 best selling product. Okay, so once you've done that, you enter. Okay, so we are done with that. So let's just this visual border, let's take and make it and change the color. So we have we come over to where you have effects and you see a visual border here. You click on visual border, change the color to this color. Okay, so once you're done with that, we go to the next one. We're going to a weekly sales distribution by weekday using the column charts. Okay, so we're going to see the weekly sales distribution by weekday using the column charts. Okay, so you come over here, you check through the column charts. Okay, let's use cluster column charts. So just bring it over here. Okay. Okay, so just add on to where you have the y-axis. Okay, so on the y-axis, you just click on the sales, total sales. So just click on there on the y-axis. Then on the x-axis, we look for so on the y-axis, you bring the sales, sum of sales on the y-axis. Let's use the R. Let's just drag the R to where we have the x-axis. Okay, so we can see sum of sales by R. Okay, you can see it over here. So just expand it. You have a view. Let's just expand it a bit. Okay, so we head on to where we have format visual, the x-axis. Click on where you have values and we just make it in bold. Okay, come to title. Okay, we come to this y-axis. Just make it in bold. Okay, so we get to general title. Okay, we want to make this sum of sales by R to be in bold. So you come over here, we click on bold. You can see it's now bold. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to create a visual border. So you come to where we have effects and just click on effect and you see a visual border. It just is off. So you just click on. Once you click on, you come and click it again. You click on the color and then we use this color for our visual border. Okay, so we're done with that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a text box. Come over here, we click on text box. Okay, you bring it over here. Okay, so in this text box, we're going to write the sales dashboard. Make it in bold. Sales dashboard. Let's make it in capital. Sales dashboard. Let's just make it in bold and we increase the make it bold, and we'll also increase the size. Come over here and increase the size. Okay, sales dashboard. Let's make it 42. Okay. Okay, so once you're done with that, let's centralize it. You can just copy it and sales dashboard, and then we come over here and just say to 2019. We can decrease the size. Let's say 32. Okay. So now you can come here and change the color of the letters to white. Let's use white rather. So come here, white. Come over here, it's white. Okay, showing white all through. Well, I'll change the background so you can have a view of. So you come over here and you see the effect. When you see the effect, you can check through the background. You can see the background is white. So let's just use this color and see how it goes. Okay, let me choose another color. That's kind of faint. Let's use another color. Okay, so let's use this color. So we're done with that. So the next thing is we're going to do is to create the slicer. Okay, so now we're going to use the slicer. Slicer are interactive controls that allows users to filter and segment data within a report. So now we're going to create a slicer. So to create a slicer, we just come over here. You see where we have slicer. You can see slicer over here. Just click on slicer and we bring it over this field. Make it more so that it will enter here. So just bring it down here. So we have our slicer over here. Okay, so let's just do for it to fit this point. Okay, we have another slicer. So what you do is just copy and paste over here. Copy and paste. So we have another slicer. So let's just so the first slicer is we are going to choose the R. Okay, and this other slicer we're going to use the month name. So we can see the month name. We have different months. Come here, if you click on here, you come here, sort by column. Let's just sort it in categorically. Okay. Okay, so let's just format this slicer. So you come over, format your visual. Now, at this point, if you want your slicer to be, you can come here to set your slicer. Okay, so are you going to use a vertical list? So for this, let's use a vertical list. You can see the vertical list, or you can choose to use a tiles or drop down or between. Okay, so let's see how the drop down looks like. Once you click on the drop line, you can see a drop down over here. Okay, but let's just keep it where we have vertical. Okay, so let's just format. So the title, we on the title. So effect, let's just change the background. Let's give it a color. Let's use this color for it. So if the color that you need is not here, you can use more colors. You can come here and check to more colors. Okay. So we can come here, our visual border. Can come here. Let's use the same color for our visual border. So our values, you can put in your values over here. Is your value 0, 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so for the month name, we just change the background. So let's use this for month name. So the visual border, we on it. Let's use this. For title, we've on it. So when you are done with that, so we can, so once you click on any month here, you can notice you're having changes over here. Click on any month, you're having changes. Okay. So which means that you are trying to filter this which when you use the filter, the work of the filter is to when you are doing when you are segmenting your values, or you want to focus on the total sales that was made on the month of February, you can come here and click on February. Or you want to have a view of the total sales in December, you can see whenever we click on different months, the whole things here are changing. So you want to see everything, just cancel the whole thing and you see sum of sales there. So you can filter and check for any month that you want to find out. So we are done with the slicer. So what we are going to do now is okay, let's create another slicer here, and the slicer by city. So what you have to do is just copy this and we just paste it over here. So you see it over here. So we're going to change that settings, slicer settings. So come to slicer setting, and what we are going to use now is drop down, and we are going to use we're going to use city. So we say city. So we have the city. So we have to change the background. So we go to effect. We change the color to let's use another color, more colors. Let's use this color green. Oh, okay. So let's just use this color. Okay, so you can see the list of cities: Atlanta, Austin, Boston. If you want to focus on any of these cities, you just click on. You want to see the sales that was made in Boston, just click on Boston and you filter your values. Okay. So once you click on Boston, your whole field here changes. Okay. So let's just keep it the way it was. Okay. The data text size, can increase it over here. The slider settings. So we have general. So just the title will come over here. We just button it. So the background is fixed. Visual border. Let's just use the same color. Okay. So you have to try out different. You have to use these tools. Without using these tools, you'll not be able to understand how it is being used. Okay. So we button the city over here. Let's come here and also do same for month name and for R. So I can come out bold. Okay. Okay. So we'll just copy this and do same for products, and we'll just paste it somewhere here. Okay. So we just do same for product. We come here, clean up city, and just click on product here. Okay. Let's just change the background. So we go to general effect, where we have effect to change that color. So let's use this color. Next color, more colors. Be sure not to use different colors. That you must be careful with the color choices that you use. so that you don't have more colors on your dashboard. I'm using these different colors so that you can see the difference between different sliders, so that you know how to practice. So you must be sure of the different colors you're using, not different. You must know the choice of colors that you choose to use. Okay. Mm. Okay. So we're done with that. So you can come here, choose different products here that you want to filter. So these are the sliders, and this is your sales dashboard. Okay. So now what we are going to the next thing we are going to do is the card. We go to our build visual, and then we choose card. Check for card. Let's create a card. Okay, so this is a card. So now we're going to look for sum of sales. So you come over here and you just click on sum of sales. So that's our sum of sales. So the sum of sales here, you can come over here and rename it over here by just clicking here. Rename for this visual. You can call it any name you want to call it, total sum of sales, or you can use it any name. So let's just keep it in sum of sales. So let's go to our format visual. So the call out values, you just come here and we change, we button it. You can see 34.49 million is button. So we change the color, or let's just keep the color in black, so you can choose any color that you want to use. So the next one is the category label. Sorry. So the category label, we just choose, let's choose the color for it. Let's use this color. Okay. And let's just button it, sum of sales. Okay. You can come over here and just increase the size, sum of sales. Okay. Sum of sales. Okay. So we go to our general, go to effects, where we can create a visual border. We just on it. And we choose a visual border. Let's use the same color that we have been using throughout these studies. Okay, so let's just decrease the size over here. Okay, so we're done with that. So we just copy and paste for the next one. Okay, so the next one we're going to find the sales quantity. So you come to the sales quantity. So we have um, okay, on the sales here. So the next one is the next one is sales quantity. So let's look at the quantity order. So we call that's 209. That's the sum of quantity order. Okay. Okay. So we just copy it and paste for another one. We do Control C and then Control V to paste. Okay, so that we don't have to start again and start creating formatting the visual. So we just come here and then make some changes. So now we're going to see the profit margin now. So just come over here, you see profit margin. So you click on it. So the next one is profit margin. So you just come here, click on it. Okay, so that's our profit margin. Okay. So we can see we're almost done. We're almost done with our work over here. Just make it a little bit neat. Okay, so you can come over to where you have format here. You want to make this to come forward, you come here, you click on it, bring it to front. So this will come up front like this. So that when you are clicking on the next option, for example, when you click on this, this will come forward. So you click on bring forward. Okay, click on this, bring forward. Click on this, click on bring forward. Okay, so we are done with our visualization. So we can see from here um, the sales dashboard 2019. The sum of sales was 34.49, and the sum of the quantity ordered was 209,000. And you can see the profit margin was 58.83%. Okay, so you can see the sum of sales by month name. Okay, so we can see in the month of April, the sum of sales was 3,390,670.24. Okay, so we have come to the end of our visualization. In the next video, I will show you that formula, how you can create that formula, how you can understand calculated columns, how you can know how to create custom columns and measures. Okay, so see you in the next video.